used to be one of those people that looked down on casual games. I'd keep my nose in the air and look straight past my nostrils to what I thought were the groveling peasants. The thought of playing Angry Birds rather than playing Street Fighter made me physically sick. Street Fighter is better because it took more skill and a handful of other self-serving rationalizations. I played console games, and everything else was a joke. A year later, here I am, writing reviews for great games that I would have never played if I hadn't undertaken a great amount of ego stifling. Real gamers give all games a chance, and Airport Mania is worthy of that chance. Airport Mania, created by Reflexive, is a frantic puzzle game where you play as an air traffic controller, a pretty simple premise with a rather complex execution. In the beginning of the game, you start by only needing to land planes on a single runway and unload and load at a single gate. However, as the game proceeds, more runways, gates, service stations, and other elements are unlocked. With these additional facets, Reflexive expects you to be able to handle an increased amount of planes, making it more and more complex. In addition, planes are colored one of several colors, and matching the colors of the planes to the gates can create combos which increases your score. You can also score additional bonuses for consistently landing and taking off from the same runways. There are plenty of options to create a solid strategy experience out of this casual game. The graphics of Airport Mania are fitting for a casual experience. The cartoony presentation and the pastel colors create a gameplay environment that's suitable for all audiences. They also add a tidbit of irony to the frantic pace of the later stages when the notorious air traffic controller stress sets in. Suddenly you're thrown into a situation where you're juggling maintenance, fueling, painting, and passenger control over half a dozen planes, all the while each plane remains doe-eyed and smiling. The music and sound effects are likewise charming. There are a handful of upbeat music tracks throughout the game. Each one captures all the charm and personality of what makes Airport Mania tantalizing. The sound effects, though not breathtaking, get the job done. The various swooshes and ka-chings that play when racking up points feel right, but don't draw too much attention. Airport Mania provides a decent amount of gameplay with the campaign stretching several stages in a few hours. An endless mode is also provided which allows the player to top their best scores. There's plenty of replayability to be had for fans of the game. I'd recommend Airport Mania to anyone with a smartphone. The game is easy enough to be picked up by a toddler, and later stages require enough focus to engross the most experienced of gamers. This may not be the most in-depth game in the world, but it definitely qualifies as a fun preoccupation. PixelFreak.com is giving Airport Mania 86 pixels out of 100.